Hi, hello, and in today's video I will be drawing the next part of my drawing portraits of my D&D party. This is the final part, at least for a while, unless I draw some of the NPCs from our campaign. But for now, last but certainly not least, Mr. Krill. The Birdman. The man, the myth, the legend, the bird. Krill, he is a Erkakra. Sorry, that one always fucks me up. They're bird people. The way Krill was specifically designed, he's one of the bird people who have the wings coming out of the hands, so there's no wings in the background. That's how I drew him. So for Krill, I had a hardish time. It was a little bit easier because I did have a reference. Krill is this bird. This species of bird based off of that is called, common name for this bird is the cock of the woods. They're somewhere in Europe. That's really all I remember about them. I don't remember their scientific name, but that is the name of the bird Krill is based off of. I just traced the shapes of the head of the bird to make sure I got the proportions right, and then I did all the detailing myself so that I had the correct bird proportions, because I don't know how to really draw birds. I just winged it. But ting! Okay. I winged it. That I didn't even come up with that. That's great. Krill is a ranger. This is his backstory. He's from the outskirts. I've explained this before in Sergey's video, but in this version of New Capenna, which is homebrewed to an extent, there are other civilizations other than New Capenna, and there are biomes, because I'd feel like we all agreed that eventually, even after environmental destruction, ecosystems come back. I'm a big environmental nerd. I took environmental science in high school. Within 200 years of a Phyrexian attack, if they weren't constantly stomping the ground everywhere, life will return to some areas. They would have to be destroying the environment every second of every day constantly and never move off the planet or where they are to permanently destroy everything. Even after radiation, stuff comes back. There are different biomes. For Krill's backstory, I can't wait to read Mr. Krill's backstory. I love Krill. Other than Stella, he's the only short king. Stella and Krill are default allies because short queen, short king, got an ally against all the tall people. Krill was abandoned by his biological parents in the wastes while traveling due to him being dead weight. He was then picked up by his adoptive parents. His adoptive parents lived in the same small community in the waste, soon left with Krill due to spreading famine in the community. Soon fell apart after his parents left. They had been preparing for this scenario. As for the people around them, got increasingly hostile, so they spent every waking moment prepping and building a tiny cottage far away from any life. Krill's childhood was challenging but peaceful. Once he was old enough, his parents taught him how to shoot using a bow and arrow and to conserve gun ammo and to be as quiet as possible. His parents eventually gifted him his very own pistol, Mazor model 1910, which he cherishes deeply. This one fateful night, Krill's family experienced a break-in from a group of raiders. His parents hid him away, but Krill, being too scared to face the intruders, left his hiding spot a bit too late to the discovery of his dad's corpse and his mother gravely wounded. She had been shot in the head, leading to her being comatose. Krill kills the last intruder, panics, and quickly picks up his mother and brings her to the nearest hospital in New Capenna. The hospital she's brought to charges premium prices. Krill has now entered New Capenna in a bid to find high-paying jobs that could pay for his mother's medical expenses. So yeah, that is Krill's backstory. He did have a single neighbor, because unlike a lot of the other characters, I do know a little bit about Krill's arc because I did help make some of it, because I came up with a lot of jokes that kind of just stuck and landed, like the gay goose. And as much as Mr. Tyler does not want the gay goose in his campaign. It's there. I'm making sure it's there. Come hell or high water, the gay goose will be gay. The last session was really fun. All we did, we just kind of did some world exploring and shopping. Stella got a new outfit. I am really happy about that because I love giving Stella outfits. That's like her whole deal, being like a doll. And Mina got an outfit, a new outfit. I think Kirlli didn't buy anything, but that's because he's cheap. And Faust got some necromancy stuff, and I don't remember if Sergei purchased anything, or if he just wrote in his notebook and stared at everybody. We also went to the casino that Faust used to run before it got burnt down, and we fought these guys. We're about to, next session, we're going to interrogate them. I'm excited to figure out why they were attacking us in the first place. Excited! But yeah. That's what we did last session. I love the way this curl turned out. It looks so stupid and regal at the same time. I genuinely can't. It's so great, man. He's just a bird. I love it. I also like the way specifically his beak turned out. I think the shading on it looks really painterly. And I was saying he was a ranger, which is why he got the copper shoulder plate, like an armor a little bit, and the leather armor for a vest, because these are supposed to be like Renaissance-y themed and not New Capena-y themed outfits. So I had fun making him more of like a traditional looking ranger. I'm so happy also that I found a brush that looks like leather, so I didn't have to render the leather fully, because Jesus, I was tired after rendering all those feathers. Another thing is I tried to mimic the full coloration of these birds. As you can see, they turn more bright blue on their like chest, so I made sure to mimic that. The lower it got, the more that bright blue sticks out so that it looks like the bird, since this is supposed to be more realistic. I am happy about one thing. Every time I draw Krill, he looks like a fucking Muppet. And he doesn't look like a Muppet. He still looks silly, but he doesn't look like a Muppet. And I'll take that as a win. I'll take the fact that Krill doesn't look like a Muppet as a win. So yeah. After I got done shading everything, I did what I usually do with my backgrounds. For anybody new here, what I do with the shading generally is I put down a darker color. So I put down on the base color so I know what I'm using. And then over the base color, I put down a darker color, and then I merge the layer down so it's just a darker color. I have the base color picked, and then I render over it with the base color to make it look like it's been painted with my brush. That's just generally, that's my process for painting. So yeah, and then the next thing I did was I added in my watermark, which I keep on forgetting that I could make just a pattern I can just place in the back and not have to write Miwa 777 over and over again. But every time I conveniently forget to do that, and so I do it every time. So yeah, that is Krill. We stan Krill. We love Krill. Krill is an amazing little bird. We love the bird, man. We're starting his arc next session. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what happens with Birdman. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed this series. It's been so fun to paint these portraits. Wilmina's I really like because I don't really draw furries. Faust's I really like because I didn't have to render a human nose. And I got to render lots of shinies. Sergei I liked because everybody likes drawing Sergei. And then Stella I liked because Stella is my sweet little baby. Thank you guys so much for watching this whole thing. If you guys have any comments or suggestions on what I should do for my next video, since I am done drawing all of these portraits, I would love some ideas for what I should do next video. And comment what you think, what I should draw next, and I will see you guys in the next video.